Hello and welcome back to the Trademark Sports YouTube channel. It has been a while since we have been here, but we are back and better than ever. Today's video, we're going to be talking about my rookie team of the year for 2024. Now, there's a few contentious picks. We've had a really good rookie class this year, and I know it's one of those things we always say, oh, how good were the rookies this year and whatnot, but this season's actually been very handy, as we will soon find out. Now, before we get into it, the eligibility rules for a rookie in the NRL are stupid. I know. It's technically if you've played 6 or less games, or less than 6 games or something like that. I think there's a couple guys in here that are borderline or might exceed that, but in my eyes, they're a rookie. And for my rookie team of the year, that's all that really matters. So without further ado, before we get into it, if you are keen for the YouTube channel to be back, drop a like, leave a comment, and then tell me who your favorite rookie has been so far this season. Let's get straight into it, to be honest. Fullback, I'm going to go with Keanu Kinney. Now, just some stats from him. He's played 15 games this year, scored 5 tries and had 7 try assists, so 12 try involvements in 15 games from the back. He's running an average of 212 metres per game, which is ridiculous. He's broke 300 metres twice, including running 344 metres against the Dragons at the weekend at Wynn Stadium. But one of the things that doesn't really, those stats are ridiculous for a rookie in the NRL. But one thing that's not quantified by those stats is the fact that he's keeping Jaden Campbell and Queensland representative Alexander Brimson out of the number 1 spot at the Titans. The fact that AJ Brimson came on and played 9 minutes at dummy half because Kinney's been going so good just tells you all you really need to know about Keanu Kinney at the moment. He's electric. He's so, every time, so I'm obviously a Dragons fan, if you didn't know that already. Went to the game on the weekend, and every single time Kinney got the ball, I was worried. I thought he was going to slice to the defense, so that's a massive wrap for him. He's 19 or 20 years of age. Certainly needs to be locked down by the Titans before he goes somewhere else and lights up the NRL. Let's get into the wingers now. First one I've gone for is Lehigh Hopewadi. He's only played the 9 games for Manly this year, but I think he's been sensational. He scored 6 tries, had 5 try assists, 7 line breaks, and already made 32 tackle busts in his short NRL career. When you look at it, Manly's outside backs are stacked. Tommy Talau as well has been great this year. It's almost lucky for Anthony Seibold that Tommy Talau has gone and torn his pec, unfortunately for Tommy Talau, because Tolu Kula's come back in this week, and who are you dropping out of that back line? They've all been great. Lehigh Hopewadi has solidified himself a spot on the wing, and he started the year in SG ball, and that's a nuts progression, gone from playing under 19s to the top level in half a season. Credit to Lehigh Hopewadi. Second winger I've gone for is Jack Bostock. Now, he's played 20 games this season, nearly every single game for the Dolphins. He scored 14 tries, had 6 try assists again, so a try involvement basically a try involvement per game. He's had a line break per game, so 20 line breaks for the year, and also had 52 tackle busts. This is a guy, again, in preseason, he was obviously the front runner and everything, and all those reports were coming out, and everyone, including myself, was going, really? Jack Bostock? And he's from the Illawarra, and that sort of thing, so you always want to see those boys do well. But, again, a club that's stacked with outside backs, you thought Tessie New was definitely going to get a spot over Jack Bostock, but Bostock's come in and been great. He's not afraid of the tough stuff as well. Really good finisher, athletic through the air. I think he's just going to go leaps and bounds throughout his career. Wayne Bennett has been great for him. He's signed till 2027, so he's going to be there for a while. But it's one of those ones that you look at and go, I wonder if Wayne Bennett is going to try and work his magic there and try and get Jack Bostock out of the Dolphins and take him down to Souths. I think he'd be great there, but Souths are also stacked in the outside backs. But that's not what we're talking about. Jack Bostock has been great on the wing so far this year for the for the Dolphins. I was thinking Melbourne Storm because Suafailonga is unlucky to miss out and definitely could make a Rookie of the Year team, and I wouldn't be mad about it at all. Centers. First one is Kyle Iro. 17 games, 4 tries, 7 try assists, 8 line breaks, 73 tackle busts, and an 87.8% tackle efficiency on an edge, which is ridiculous, especially for a rookie. I think those stats that don't really show his impact all that much. Also, he's averaging 164 running meters a game. So again, he's not afraid of the tough stuff there, getting through so much work. And that would probably be up there with one of the most running meters from a center in the competition. I haven't done the research for that, so don't quote me there. But you look at the tackle efficiency and also the amount of just work he's getting through with the ball. He's good on both sides of the footy, which is what I love in my centers. There's so many centers in the comp that are fantastic with the football, but they just can't back it up in defense. And in rugby league, especially in NRL, you need to be good on both sides of the ball to be one of the elites in the competition, which I honestly think is where Kyle Ito is like headed for. He certainly had a really good start to his NRL career this year. The other centre who you could have picked at fullback or 5'8", or on the wing, like he's played absolutely everywhere. Blaze Talangi. So 16 games this year, he scored 11 tries, and I think he was on a run of scoring. Like I think he scored in his first 5 NRL games or something ridiculous like that. 5 try assists, so again, a try involvement per game. And he's had 14 line breaks already to start this year. He's just one of those guys that he's a genuine footy player, isn't he? Like, you can put him anywhere on the field and he's going to do a job for you. I think that's a great signing for Penrith, and it's scary that he's going to the Penrith Panthers, but Blaze Talangi is a great footballer. Again, like Lehigh Hopewadi, started the year in SG ball and has made his way up to the NRL within a season. So, pretty crazy. Very, very big potential for Blaze Talangi. Then into the halves, the 5'8", is Lockie Galvin. Played 19 games. I thought he might have played a couple more, but I suppose he did have that suspension at the start of the year, which means he's not eligible for the actual Rookie of the Year award, which is a whole nother kettle of fish and something that I don't really like. I get it when it's for the Dally M, the main award, but when you're talking about the other awards, just give it to the man. So he scored 4 tries, but he's laid on 13 try assists in a very poor Tigers side. But the stat that really sticks out, well, there's 2. But the first one is he's got a 92.5% tackle efficiency on an edge for a half. That's the best in the comp at the position. So that's massive. Obviously, he spent a bit of time like growing up playing back row and whatnot, so he can tackle and he's used to tackling the big boys. But it's different playing schoolboy footy to the NRL, obviously. So I think the fact that he's carried over that good defense into the NRL and he's achieving a 92.5% tackle efficiency in his first season is massive. Again, like I was talking about with Kyle Ito, just being able to do it on both sides of the field, like, is just both sides of the ball, I should say, is massive for me, and that's why Joey is my GOAT over like JT, because Joey could defend. Again, another debate for another time. The other stat that sticks out to me is 127 running meters per game. That guy is just running the football, challenging defenses all the time, makes it hard to defend when you know he's not just going to pass it. The halfback, look, he hasn't actually played halfback, but he can play halfback. Ethan Strange, you had to get him in here somewhere. You could put him in the centres, but the centre position is so stacked, and we're going to find that out again a little bit later. But he's played 20 games, got 2 tries, 9 try assists, and running the ball for 78 metres a game on average. Again, like, the Raiders themselves haven't been in fantastic form for the last maybe month or so. Like, they've sort of dropped out of the finals contention, but especially at the start of the year, Ethan Strange was killing it. And you can see now that it is his rookie year, and his body's probably a bit bashed up and had a bit more to deal with than it ever has before. He's slowed down just a little bit, but there's definitely massive things in the future for Ethan Strange. Now, we'll get into the 4-pack. We're going to start with Sam Hughes as my first front rower. He's played 28 games, had 26 tackle busts, 650 post-contact meters, and he's averaging 20 tackles per game at 94.8% tackle efficiency. And all of this is in really like limited minutes. I think he's played over 40 minutes 3 or 4 times throughout the year. He's certainly like showing that he has the skill set to be a leader of the pack for the Doggies in the future. Obviously, this year they've gone for a bit of small ball. They've got quite a lot of pack and running other teams around. So Sam Hughes is sort of there at the start of the game just to take a bit of that brunt. The other teams are like sort of giving at him, trying to like run over the top of him. But I think Sam Hughes is a great footy player. He's got a couple of meaties this year. And again, he's one of those guys that I think he's like 23, or he might even be younger than that. He might be 21, but even still, he's younger, and it's hard for forwards to sort of make that impact straight away while they're still young. We're only really seeing guys like Tino and Payne Haas do it, and they're some of the best front rowers ever. So, yeah. Other front rower that I've gone for is Liam Henry. Now, he's played 18 games, had 21 tackle busts through the middle. He's averaging 30 tackles per game at a 96.6% tackle efficiency, so kid can tackle. And again, that's in limited minutes. He's averaging 87 run meters per game. Again, as I said, in limited minutes. He's obviously going to be that guy that takes over from James Fisher-Harris next year. Obviously, Penrith are signing Isaiah Papali'i, who could come in and play in the middle, or park up on edge. Like, who knows what they're going to do. But I think Liam Henry is certainly one for the future. I reckon within the next 5 years, he'll make his Origin debut. I rate him so much. Right, second rowers. First one I've got is Samuel Afanu. Now, I think he's one of the most underrated footballers in the whole competition, to be honest. He's played 21 games. This is a guy, to go back to the start of the video with the eligibility rules, I think he might have played 6 games at Manly. but I don't really care. For me, this feels like his rookie season. Okay, so he's played 21 games, scored 4 tries for the Tigers. He's averaging 30 tackles in a Tigers team that does a lot of defending, with an 89% tackle efficiency, which is great. But he's also running for 90 metres a game. And it doesn't sound like all that much when you're looking at the Brian To'os of the world and the Zach Lomaxes and the Payne Haas's of the world. But for a second rower, that's a decent amount, especially for a rookie. But yeah, Samuel Alfano, he just really impresses me. Like, he has those moments where he really just takes like the game into his own hands and goes after it. I think, and that'll just get better as he goes. Like, I believe he's still like 20 years of age. Could be playing Jersey Flag, I believe. So like, he's got so much potential. I think the sky's the limit for him. Like, it's one of those ones where if you're a Tigers fan, you really want to hold on to him because you can see like the scaffold of a really, really all-time player there. But selfishly, for Samuel Alfano, I want to see him go somewhere else and just excel. Like, imagine him in a Storm system, a Penrith system, the Roosters, like those kind of places where I think he'd just be amazing. Speaking of a player that has gone to one of those systems and has been amazing once he's finally got his shot, the other second rower is Jack Howarth, and this is what I was talking about before with the centre position this year. Picked him at second row, but he's played the majority of his footy this year at centre. Some people say out of position, but he's been playing centre in Q Cup for the last couple of years. I think the idea was to turn him into a centre, and that's probably why he hasn't played NRL, because there's been like all these rumours about where's Jack Howarth, because coming out of like schoolboy footy, he was ridiculous, like probably the best young footy player in the country, and everyone's like, where is Jack Howarth? If it was in any other system, he would have made his debut, apart from the Storm, because I think that was the idea. Turn him into a centre, wait for him to be ready, and then come in, and they've already pissed off Remus Smith. Like, that shows you how much they wrap Jack Howarth. So in 11 games so far this year, he scored 2 tries, got a try assist, 4 line breaks, 36 tackle busts. So he's nearly averaging 3.5 tackle busts a game. And then is also running for 124 run meters a game. So he's not shying away from the tough stuff. I think he's really shown this year. I haven't got his defensive numbers there, but he's been good defensively as well. He's shown this year just why he's had so much talent, so much reps on him. Like, that was the thing. It was almost a case of like, oh, when's Jack Howarth going to actually debut? I feel like it's now or never. He's 21 or 22. He's still so young. He's got so much time, and I think just like we can see as he plays more NRL football, he gets more confident. He plays better, and over the next couple of seasons, we're just going to see him just take off. Like, it's going to be honestly ridiculous. At hooker, I have gone with Max Plath. He's played 18 games so far this season, scored 4 tries, had 29 tackle busts through the middle with 473 PCMs for a little guy. But he's making 41 tackles on average per game at 95% tackle efficiency in the middle, including 63 tackles versus the Warriors in round 23 a couple of weeks ago. This is nuts. This is a guy that grew up playing 5'8" in the halves. He's coming to the NRL playing lock and now hooker, filling in for Jerry Marshall King, and just he's got so much ticker about him. He's, unfortunately for me and the rest of the Blue supporters, he's going to be a fantastic Origin football player, isn't he? Like, he's just got that mould. He's honestly unbelievable. Again, another one of those guys that can't make the actual like Rookie of the Year team, or I don't even actually do one. Can't actually get like the Rookie of the Year because of suspension, which again, stupid rule, but Max Plath, one for the future. And then the 13 I've gone for is Bailey Hayward. He's played 11 games this year off the bench for the Bulldogs. He's scored 1 try assist, but that's not really what he's in the team for. He is there to just chew up tackles and absorb pressure. He's making 33 tackles per game at nearly 90% tackle efficiency at 89.2% in the middle as a little guy who, again, like Max Plath, grew up being a half. So tackling shouldn't be his strong suit, but he's just going in there and just chopping everyone. He's been great and just such a toiler, and just pretty much nearly the embodiment of what these Bulldogs team has been about. Playing undersized, but playing them well above their weight and just being tough and implementing that Dogs of War spirit. So there is my Rookie Team of the Year for 2024. Let's run through it 1 through 13. We are going for Keanu Kinney, Lehigh Hopewadi, Kyle Iro, Blaze Talangi, Jack Bostock, Lockie Galvin, Ethan Strange, Sam Hughes, Max Plath, Liam Henry, Samuel Alfano, Jack Howarth, and Bailey Hayward. That's a decent rugby league footy team right there, and there is going to be some absolutely incredible footy players in the future to come. So drop a comment about who has been your favourite rookie to watch for this season. Anyone that you think is a shout that should have made the team that I haven't picked there. Don't forget to drop a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you're excited for more content coming towards finals footy. And we will see you next time. Don't forget to Scotty, drink your water, and Bradman, do your best.